I used to believe that power was something you earned. Turns out, sometimes it's something you borrow. When the boys first arrived at our estate, nobody knew where they came from. They didn't move like locals. They dressed better, spoke louder, walked like the place already belonged to them. They were hustlers. Everyone could tell. Money followed them everywhere. Late-night laughter, expensive cars parked where old sedans used to sit, girls suddenly taking longer walks just to be seen. At first, the estate watched from a distance, curious, suspicious, careful. But curiosity always wins. There were 6 of them, but one stood above the rest, the leader, the one everyone listened to. He didn't shout, he didn't brag, he just smiled, and things happened. People owed him favors, shop owners greeted him differently, security guards nodded before he even spoke. And for reasons I still don't fully understand, he chose me. It started small, conversations by the gate, short rides around the estate, him laughing at things that weren't funny, me pretending not to notice how everyone else noticed. Before long, people stopped seeing me, they saw him behind me. Doors opened, smiles lingered longer, problems disappeared before they became problems. When people talked about us, they lowered their voices. When they saw me coming, they stepped aside. And I loved it. I won't pretend I didn't. For the first time in my life, I mattered. Not because of who I was, but because of who stood next to me. Soon, people began asking me for help. Can you talk to him? Can you mention my name? Can you remind him I'm still waiting? At first, I only passed messages. Then I started delivering them. He said it's okay. He told me to collect this. He asked me to remind you. And nobody questioned it. Why would they? His name carried weight, and I was the one carrying his name. That's when the line blurred. The first thing I took wasn't big, something small, something easy. I told myself it was temporary, that I'd return it, that he wouldn't mind. And nothing happened. No consequences, no questions. So I tried again. A little more this time. Then a little more. I began to enjoy the fear in people's eyes, not of me, but of what they believed stood behind me. I didn't just borrow his influence anymore. I wore it. I spoke with confidence I hadn't earned, demanded things I had no right to demand, took things that weren't mine. And every time I told myself the same lie, he would have said yes anyway. Greed doesn't arrive loudly. It whispers. It tells you you deserve more, that you're smarter than everyone else, that rules are for people without protection. By the time I realized how far I'd gone, the estate had changed around me. People stopped smiling first, stopped greeting me warmly, started watching instead. I noticed the silence before I felt the danger. Then, one afternoon, someone asked a simple question. He told you to take this? Yes, I said without hesitation. Did he say it himself? I paused, just for a second, and in that second, everything cracked. The truth doesn't need proof when doubt has already entered the room. Word travels fast in places like that, faster than money, faster than lies. By evening, the whispers had turned sharp. By night, they had turned loud. Someone finally asked him, not aggressively, not accusingly, just casually. And he laughed. He laughed the kind of laugh that ends things. He didn't defend me, didn't explain, didn't soften the truth. He simply said he had never sent me. That was it. The protection vanished instantly, like a switch had been flipped. People who once stepped aside now stepped forward. Voices rose, eyes hardened. Every favor I thought I'd earned came due at once. I tried to speak, tried to explain, tried to remind him of us. He didn't look at me, not once. The estate decided my fate quickly. No long arguments, no second chances. I was exposed, disgraced, removed. By morning, my name meant nothing again. I packed my things in silence, walked past doors that once opened for me, past people who no longer pretended. As I crossed the gate for the last time, I understood something too late. Power borrowed is power on a timer, and greed always speeds the clock up. I didn't lose everything because I was unlucky. I lost it because I forgot one rule. If it isn't yours, you can't control when it leaves.